एवं गुण विशेषण विशिष्टायां शुभ पुण्यादिने सकल श्रुति स्मृति पौराणोक्तः फल प्राप्ति कामम आमुक नाम यजमानस्य कमल नामधेयस्य शिलोष्णी नामधेयस्य महेंद्र नामधेयस्य सपरिवार नामधेयस्य आमुखवर्माहं ममात्मना सपुत्र बांधवस्य श्री महागणपति भगवान पूजनम कलस्थापना वरुण देवता श्री जगदंबिका माता प्रीत्यार्थम पूजनम जानकी नवमी श्री राम दरबार पूजनम सर्वदेव नमस्कारम संकीर्तनम आरातिक्यम पूजनम पूर्वकम नैरुज्य दीर्घायु पुष्टि धन धान्य समृद्ध्यातम नवग्रहामखेन यचे इति संकल्पम। ओम स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नो स्थारिक्षो अरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु पया पृथिव्यां पय ओषधीशो पयो दिव्यन्तरिक्षे पयोधाः पयस्वती प्रदिशा सन्तु मह्यम्। ओम विष्णुररातमसि विष्णुस्नप्त्रेष्ठो विष्णुसूरसि विष्णुद्रोवसि वैष्णवमसि विष्णवे तव अग्निर्देवता वातु देवता सूर्यो देवता चंद्रमा देवता वसो देवता रुद्रदेवता आदित्यदेवता मरुतो देवता विश्वे देवा देवता बृहस्पतिर्देवता इंद्रो देवता वरुणो देवता। ओम द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापा शान्ति औषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पते शान्ति विश्वदेव शान्ति ब्रह्मा शान्ति सर्वगं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि सुशान्तिर्भवतु। ओम विश्वानि देव सवितरदुरितानि परासुव यद्भद्रं तन्नासव इमा रुद्राय तवसे कपर्दिने क्षयद्विराय प्रभरामहेमति यथा शमसद्विपदे चतुष्पदे विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननातुरम् एतन्ते देवा सवितर्यज्ञं प्राहुर्बृहस्पतये ब्रह्मणे तेन यज्ञमवतेन यज्ञापतिं तेन मामव। ओम मनोज्योतिर्जुषतां माजस्या बृहस्पतिर्यज्ञमिमं तनोत्वरिष्ठागम् यज्ञगं समिमं दधातु विश्वे देवा सैहमादयन्तामोगं प्रतिष्ठा एष वै प्रतिष्ठा नाम यज्ञो यत्र तेन यज्ञेन यजन्ति सर्वमेवा प्रतिष्ठितं भवतिम्। ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे प्रियाणां त्वा प्रियपतिगं हवामहे निधिनां त्वा निधिपतिगं हवामहे वसो मम अहं जानी गर्वधमा त्वं मजासि गर्वधम्। ओम नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गृत्सेभ्यो गृत्सपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमः। ओम सुमुखश्च एकदन्तश्च कपिलो गजकर्णकालम्बोदरश्च विकतो विघ्नराजो विनायकः धूम्रकेतुर्गणाध्यक्षो भालचन्द्रो गजाननं द्वादशैतानि नामानि यापते चुनियादपे विद्यारम्भे विवाहे च प्रवेशे निर्गमे तथा संग्रामे संकटश्चैव विघ्नस्तस्य न जायते। ओम शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये इति स्वस्ति वचनम्। गं गणेशाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात्। महागणपतये नमः ध्यानं समर्पयामि नमः। ओम आवाहनं समर्पयामि नमः। एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात्। ओम गं गणपतये नमः आवाहनं समर्पयामि नमः। आसनं समर्पयामि नमः। पादयो पादयामि नमः। अर्घयो अर्घयामि नमः। मुखे आचमनीयं समर्पयामि नमः शुद्धोदकस्नानं समर्पयामि नमः पञ्चामृतमयानीतं पयोदधिघृतं मधु शर्करासमायुक्तं स्नानार्थं प्रतिगृहताम् ॐ गं गणपतये नमः पञ्चामृतमहास्नानं समर्पयामि नमः गंगा यमुना सरस्वती गोदावरी नेत्रवती च नर्मदा सा चन्द्रभागा वरुणा तुलसी नदी कुर्वन्तु वा पूर्णमनोरथं सदा ॐ गं गणपतये नमः भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयामदेवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गे सुष्ठुवागुंसस्तिनोभिः वशेमदेवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नो स्थारिक्षो अरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्तिः शान्तिः हरि ओम् ॐ नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वमाम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवधातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमशिष्यम् अवपश्चाता तव पुरस्तात् अवाचोतरातात् अवादक्षिणातात् अवाचोढ्वातात् अवाधरातात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि मां त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममय त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वतस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वं भूमिरापो नलो निलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वम् अवस्थयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्ततोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकां त्वं योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मास्त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वमग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मा भूर्भुवस्वरों गणाधिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णान्तरं मनुस्त्वार परतरः हरदेन्दुदुलसितं तारेण रुद्धं एतत्त्वमनुष्यरूपं गकारः पूर्वरूपं मकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वार्यस्यान्त्यरूपं बिन्धुरुतरूपं नादः सन्धानां संहिता सन्धिः श्रीशैषा गणेशविद्यां गणकऋषिः निचिद्गायत्री छन्दः श्रीमहागणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमं कुशधारणं हृदं च वरदं हस्ते बिभ्राणामूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तावाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पै सुपूजितं भक्तानुकाम्पिनं देहं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्टारो प्रकृतिपुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायन्ति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनावना नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्तेऽस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्नविनाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमः ॐ गं गणपतये नमः ॐ गं गणपतये नमः ॐ गं गणपतये नमः Pray to Bhagwan Ganesha on this very auspicious day of Jayanti Navami. We seek his blessings and guidance on everyone. ॐ वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्तजम्बूफलचारुभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्। बोले श्री गणपति भगवान की जय। Come closer, do the Kalash Puja. Om कलशस्य मुखे विष्णु कंठे रुद्रा समासिताः मूले तस्यास्ते ब्रह्मा मध्ये मातृगणस्मृताः कोक्षौ तु सागरा सर्वसप्तदीपवसुन्धरा ऋग्वेदोऽथ यजुर्वेदो सामवेदो यथर्वणाम् अङ्गैश्च सहिता सर्वे कलशं तु समाश्रिताः। श्रीकलशदेवाय नमः। ॐ मानस्तोकेतनये मानो आयशो मानो घोषो मानो अश्वेश्वरीशा मानो वीरानरुद्रभामिनो वधीरविष्मन्ता सदा मित्वा हवामहे इति मन्त्रेण कलशे गोमय स्पर्शं कुर्यात्। धान्यमसि धीनुहि देवान् प्राणायत्वा दानायत्वा व्यानायत्वा दीर्घामनु प्रसिद्धिमायुषिधां देवो वा सविता हिरण्य श्रीवं वरुणाय नमः। ॐ वं वरुणाय नमः। ॐ वं प्रचेतसे नमः। ॐ वं स्वरूपिणे नमः। ॐ वं अपां पतये नमः। ॐ वं जलाधिपतये नमः। ॐ वं पाशहस्ताय नमः। ॐ वं तीर्थराजाय नमः। ॐ वं अकर्मणिभूषणाय नमः। ॐ वं वरुणाय नमः। पुष्पं समर्पयामि धूपमाग्रापयामि नमः। वनस्पतिरसोद्भूतो गन्धाढ्यो गन्ध उत्तमाम् आगृह सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृहतां धूपमाग्रापयामि नमः। दीपं दर्शयामि नमः। नैवेदयामि नमः। ॐ शर्करा धूपदीपनिवारणाय नमः। नैवेदयामि नमः। शर्कराक्तसंयुक्तं मधुरं स्वादुचोत्तमम् उपहारसमायुक्तं नैवेद्यं प्रति गृहतां। नैवेद्यम् आचमनीयं समर्पयामि ताम्बूलं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ वं वरुणाय नमः। द्रव्यदक्षिणां च तुभ्यं समर्पयामि। हिरण्यगर्भा समवर्तथाग्रे भूतस्य जाता पतिरेकासीत् सदाधारपृतविन्ध्यामुते मां कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेमं। कदलीगर्भादिसम्भूतं कर्पूरां च प्रदीपितम् आरातिक्यमहं कुर्वे पश्य मे वरदो भवं। कर्पूरनीराजनं ज्योतिः। ॐ वं वरुणाय नमः। ॐ नमो मकरवाहनाय पाशहस्ताय वे नमः। नमो प्रचेतसे नाय वं वरुणाय नमः। प्रेम से बोलो श्री वरुण भगवान की जय। Let's go over now to Durga Ma. Everybody can come over here now. We'll do some archana and thing in Durga. बोले जय श्री दुर्गा माता की। बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय। ओम नमश्चंदिकाय, ओम नमश्चंदिकाय, ओम नमश्चंदिकाय, ओम श्री जगदम्बिकाय नमः। जयंती मंगला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवा धात्री स्वाहा स्वधा नमोस्तुते। जय त्वं देवी चामुंडे जय भूतारतिहारिणी जय सर्वगते देवी कालरात्रि नमोस्तुते। अस्य श्री जगदम्बिका माता दुर्गा माता की जय। श्री दुर्गादेव्यै नमः। ओम शृणु देवी प्रवक्ष्यामि कुंजिका स्तोत्रमुत्तमं येन मंत्र प्रभावेन छन्दी
क्रीं कालिकामरूपिण्ये बीजरूपे नमोस्तुते। चामुण्डा छन्दगातिश्च यङ्कारे वरदायिनी ऋच्ये चाभयदा नित्यं नमस्ते मन्त्ररूपिणीं। धां धीं धूं दुर्जते पत्नीं वां विं वो वागरेश्वरी क्रां क्रीं क्रूं कालिका देवी शां शिं शुं मे शुभं कुरु। हुं हुं हुंकाररूपिण्ये जं 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 भनादिने भ्रां भ्रीं भ्रूं भैरवे भद्रे भवान्ये ते नमो नमः। कं चं तं तं पं यं शं विन्धुम् ऐं ह्रीं हं शं धिजाग्रहं त्रोत्रय त्रोत्रय दीप्तं कुरु कुरु स्वाहा पां पिं पुं पार्वती पूर्णं खां किं कुं केचरि तथा सां सिं सुं सप्तशती दिव्ये मन्त्रसिद्धिं कुरुष्व मे इदं तु कुञ्चिकास्तोत्रं मन्त्रजागार्तिः तवे भक्तेनैव दातव्यं गोपितं रक्ष पार्वती यस्तु कुञ्चिकया देवी हीनां सप्तशती पठेत् ततस्य जायते सिद्धेरन्ये रोधनं यथा गौरीतन्त्रे शिवपार्वती संवादे कुञ्जिकास्तोत्रं सम्पूर्णम् चामुण्डायै विच्चे चामुण्डायै विच्चे ॐ ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं 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 चामुण्डायै विच्चे चामुण्डायै विच्चे ॐ ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं 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 चामुण्डायै विच्चे तवेदसे सुनवामसो ममराति यतो निदहाति वेदः स नः पर्षदति दुर्गानि विश्वा नावेव सिन्धुं दुरितात्यग्निः तामग्निवर्णां तपसा ज्वलन्तीं वैरोचिनीं कर्मफलेषु जुष्टां दुर्गां देवीं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये सुतरसितरसे नमः अग्ने त्वं पारयानव्यो अस्मान् स्वस्तिभिरति दुर्गानि विश्वा पूषपृथ्वी बहुलान उर्वी भवातोकायतनया यशम्योः विश्वानि नो दुर्गः जातवेदः सिन्धुन्ननावादुरितातिपर्षि अग्ने अत्रिवन्मनसा गृणानोऽस्माकं बोध्यविता तनूनां पृतनाचितगुं सहमानमुग्रमग्निगुं हिवेम परमात्सधस्तात् स नः पर्षदति दुर्गानि विश्वा क्षामद्देवो अधिदुरितात्यग्निः प्रत्नोषिकमिध्यो अध्वरेषु सनाच्च होतानव्यश्च सत्सि स्वाञ्चाग्ने तनुवं विप्रयस्वास्मभ्यं च सौभगमायुजस्व गोभिर्जुष्टमयुजो निषिक्तन्तवेन्द्रविष्णोरनुसञ्चरेम नाकस्य पृष्ठमभिसंवसानो वैष्णवीं लोकयहमादयन्तां कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गिः प्रचोदयात्
कदलीगर्भादिसम्भूतं कर्पूरां च प्रदीपितम् आरातिक्यमहं कुर्वे पश्य मे वरदो भवम् ॐ नमो दिव्यै महादिव्यै शिवाय सततं नमः नमः प्रकृतिभद्राय नियतां प्रणतास्मतां रौद्राय नमो नित्याय गौरे धात्रे नमो नमः ज्योत्स्नाय चिन्दुरूपिण्ये सुखाय सततं नमः कल्याण्ये प्रणतां वृद्धे सिद्धे कुर्मो नमो नमः नैऋत्ये भूभृतां लक्ष्मी सर्वाण्ये ते नमो नमः दुर्गाये दुर्गपाराये साराये सर्वकारिण्ये ख्यातये तथैव कृष्णाय धूम्राय सततं नमः अतिसौम्यातिरौद्राय नतास्तस्यै नमो नमः नमो जगत्प्रतिष्ठाय दिव्ये कृत्ये एवरीबॉडी या देवी सर्वभूतेषु विष्णुमायेति सद्भिता नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु चेतनेत्या विधीयते नमस्तस्यै 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 या देवी सर्वभूतेषु बुद्धिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 या देवी सर्वभूतेषु निद्रारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 या देवी सर्वभूतेषु क्षुद्धारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु छायारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु तृष्णारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु चांक्षिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 या देवी सर्वभूतेषु जातिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 या देवी सर्वभूतेषु लज्जारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 या देवी सर्वभूतेषु श्रद्धारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु कान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु लक्ष्मीरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु वृत्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु स्मृतिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 या देवी सर्वभूतेषु दयारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु तुष्टिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु भ्रान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 इन्द्रियाणामधिष्ठात्री भूतानां चाकुलेषु या भूतेषु सततं तस्यै व्याप्तिदिव्ये नमो नमः चितिरूपेण या कृत्स्नम् एतद्व्याप्त्या सिता जगत् नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः जगदम्बिके जय जय जगजननी मां जगदम्बिके जय जय जगजननी मां क्या मन हर नाम सुहाया है क्या मन हर नाम सुहाया है वारू सब कुछ मां चरणों पर मेरे मन कोई भाया है जगदम्बिके जय जय जग जननी मां हे मां हे मां हे मां हे मां बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय.
We'll go over now to Sita, and then we'll do prasad one time for everybody, so you can offer prasad the same time. Let's go over now to Sita Ma, Sita Jayanti today.
बोले सीता माता की जय। बोले सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय।
Today is Sita Jayanti, and we'll do a little puja, a little prasadam, and after that you'll sit down, we'll do a little satsang and arti. A very blessed day for us Hindus today to be celebrating Sita Jayanti. You can come closer. Mother Sita is very quiet. She doesn't do anything. She doesn't have weapons and so you have to worry about that.
बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय। ओम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम राम रघुनंदन राम राम श्री राम राम भरताग्रज राम राम श्री राम राम रणकर्कश राम राम श्री राम राम शरणं भव राम राम श्री रामचंद्र चरणों मनसा स्मरामि श्री रामचंद्र चरणों वचसा गृणामि श्री रामचंद्र चरणों शिरसा नमामि श्री रामचंद्र चरणों शरणं प्रपद्ये जनकात्मजाय विद्महे भूमिपुत्री च धीमहि तन्नो सीता प्रचोदयात्। बोलिए जनकपुरी सीता माता की जय। ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्री महासीता दिव्ये नमः। ओम हिरण्यवर्णां हरणीं सुवर्णरतजस्य जां
चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः तां महावः जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं विन्देयं गामश्वं पुरुषानहम् अश्वपूर्वां रथमध्यां हस्तिनादप्रबोधिनीं श्रियं देवीमुपह्वये शीर्मा देवीर्जुषतां कांसोस्मितां हिरण्यप्राकारामाद्रां ज्वलन्तीं तृप्तां तर्पयन्तीं पद्मे स्थितां पद्मवर्णां त्वामिहोपह्वये श्रियं चन्द्रां प्रभासा यशसा ज्वलन्तीं श्रियं लोके देवजुष्टामुदारां तां पद्मिनीमीं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये अलक्ष्मीर्मे नश्यतां त्वां वृणे आदित्यवर्णे तपसोऽधिजातो वनस्पतिस्तव वृक्षोऽथ बिल्वः तस्य फलानि तपसानुदन्तु मायान्तरायाश्च बाह्या अलक्ष्मीः उपेतु मां देवसखः कीर्तिश्च मनिना सह प्रादुर्भूतोऽस्मि राष्ट्रेऽस्मिन् कीर्तिमिद्धिं ददातु मे क्षुप्तिपासामलां ज्येष्ठामलक्ष्मीं नाशयाम्यहम् अभूतिमसमृद्धिं च सर्वानिर्नुद्ध मे गृहात् गन्धद्वाराधुरातरुषा नित्यपुष्टां करीशनीम् ईश्वरीगुं सर्वभूतानां त्वामेहोपह्वये श्रियं मनसः काममाकूतिं वाचः सत्यमशीमहि पशूनां रूपमन्नस्य मयि श्रीश्रयतां यशः कर्दमेन प्रजा भूता मयि सम्भव कर्दम श्रियं वासय मे कुले मातरं पद्ममालिनीम् आपसृजन्तु स्निग्धानि चिक्रीतवस मे गृहे निच देवीं मातरं श्रियं वासय मे कुले आद्रां पुष्करणीं पुष्टिं सुवर्णां हेममालिनीं सूर्यां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः आद्रां यः करणीं यष्टिं पिङ्गलां पद्ममालिनीं चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः तां महावः जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं प्रभूतं गावो दास्योऽश्वान् विन्देयं पुरुषानहं यश्चुचिः प्रयतो भूत्वा जुह्या आदाजमन्वहं सूक्तं पञ्चदशर्चं च श्रीकामः सततं जपेत् वृषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोभ्यो धर्मिता आचं बभूव समेन्द्रो मेधया आस्पृणोतु अमृतस्य देवधारिणो भूयासं शरीरं मे विचर्षणं जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्यां भूरिव श्रुवं ब्रह्मणः कोशोऽसि मेधया पिहितः श्रुतं मे गोपाय ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ मेधा देवी जुषमाना न आगादुस्वाचि भद्रासु मनस्यमाना त्वया जुष्टानुदमाना दुरक्तान् बृहद्वतेम विदधे सुवीराः त्वया जुष्टानुदमानां दुरक्तान् बृहद्वतेम विदधे सुवीराः त्वया जुष्टादशिद्भवति देवी त्वया ब्रह्म गतश्रीरुदत्वया त्वया जुष्टश्चित्रं विन्दते वसुसानो जुषस्वद्रविणो न मेधे मेधामयेन्द्रो दधातु मेधां देवी सरस्वती मेधा मे अश्विना बुभावा दत्ता पुष्करस्त्रजाम् अप्सरासु च या मेधा गन्धर्वेषु च यन्मनः देवी मेधा सरस्वती सा मां मेधासुरभिर्जुषताग स्वाहा आमा मेधासुरभिर्विश्वरूपा हिरण्यवर्णा जगती जगम्या ऊर्जस्वती पयसा पिन्वमाना सा मा मेधासु प्रतीकाजुषन्तां मयि मेधामयि प्रजामयि यज्ञस्तेजो दधातु मयि मेधामयि प्रजामयीन्द्रियं दधातु मयि मेधामयि प्रजामयि सूर्यो भ्राजो दधातु ॐ हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंस प्रचोदयात् नमः नमः ॐ स्वादुषोत्तमं पहारासमायुक्तं नैवेद्यं प्रतिगृह्यताम् अपानाय स्वाहा व्यानाय स्वाहा उदानाय स्वाहा समानाय स्वाहा नैवेद्यो हि नमः
जय जय लक्ष्मी माता हे माता
Who else is saying, come on? Where you want it?
Next one.
Check 1, 2.
मंगल मूर्ति राम दुलारे आन परायब तेरे द्वारे मंगल मूर्ति राम दुलारे आन परायब तेरे द्वारे हे बजरंग बली हनुमान हे महावीर
बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय।
Somebody stole a piece of my book.
बोले गणपति भगवान की जय। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। ओम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणम नव कंज लोचन कंज मुख कर कंज पद कंजारुणम श्री राम श्री राम श्री कंदर्प अगणित अमित छवि नव नीर नीरज सुंदरम पत पीत मानहु तरित रुचि सुचि नौमि जनक सुतावरम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम भजु दीन बंधु दीनेश दानव दैत्य वंश निकंदनम रघुनंद आनंद कंद कौशल चंद दशरथ नंदनम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम सिर मुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उदार अंग विभूषणम आजानु भुज सर चाप धर संग्राम जित कर दूषणम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम रीति वदति तुलसीदास शंकर शेष मुनि मन रंजनम माम हृदय कंज निवास कुरु कामादिखन दल गंजनम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम सीताराम 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 सीताराम
सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम
सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम बोले सीताराम भगवान की जय। जनकपुरी सीता माता की, जानकी माता की जय। जय सीताराम, जय सीताराम। So today, as you all know, is a very powerful and very meaningful day, Sita Jayanti. And of course, when it is Ram Navami, we celebrate and we have so much things happening. And Sita Jayanti, we are celebrating and we are praying as well. Today is the day when Mata Sita came into this world. Who's Mata Sita? Ma Sita is no other than Mahalakshmi herself. Sitaya vidmahe Lakshmi Rupaya dhimahi tanno Sita prachodayat. She is the form of Mahalakshmi, because wherever there is Narayana, there is always Lakshmi. They are inseparable. So when the Lord came as Nilam Bhujashyamala Komalangam, Nilam Bhujashyamala Komalangam Sita Samaru Pitavamabhagam Pano Mahasayaka Charuchapam Namami Ramam Raghuvansanatham. Bhagwan Sri Ram came as Bhagwan Vishnu came as Bhagwan Sri Ram. And then when he came as Sri Ram, Mahalakshmi does not sit in the heavens and wait. She comes and she accompanies her Lord. And she came as Ma Sita. How was she born? Mahalakshmi was not born from the womb of anyone, because no one can give birth to the divine. Right? No one can give birth to the divine. A human being gives birth to a human being, but the divine takes no birth. When Krishna Bhagavan came and Bhagavan Ram came, their birth, as we call it, for our celebration's sake, birthday, but they never were born from the womb of anyone. Pragata Kripala Dina Dayala Kaushalya Hitakari. Bhagavan Ram, Pragat means the appearance of the Lord. That which cannot die cannot take birth, and that which cannot take birth cannot die as well. The same reason Janakpuri Sita Devi, today is Sita Jayanti. So what happened today? One day Raja Janak, there was a drought in Janakpur. There was a drought in Janakpur. And Raja Janak was an amazing leader. He was not one of those leaders who would sit back and just collect taxes. He was not the government. He was a really robust king. So when everyone went and said, Raja Janak, there is a need for us to do some puja. In the Hindu faith, my friends, there is a puja for everything. There is a puja for
vegetation to grow. There is a puja for rains to fall. There is a puja for rains to stop falling. There is a puja for the sun to shine. There is a puja for happiness. There is a puja for death. There is a puja for the living. There is a puja for the dying. There is a puja for everything. So when there was drought, everyone went to Raja Janak. You know, the Shiva Agamas tells us that no worship is complete without the chanting of appropriate mantras. Back home when we were living, जब हम छोटे बच्चे थे हमारे गयाना देश में, when there was a Purnima every week, every month, the farmers in the village would gather, they would sponsor the grains. From their first crop, they would sponsor the grains and donate it to the temple. We'll have Purnima Puja so that Bhagwan will bless their lands with rains, and only enough rains so that they may prosper. Right? There was a prayer for everything. Raja Janak, of course, assembled with his people. And when he assembled with his people, they started to pray, and then he was going to plow the land now. As he took the Sita, Sit means the plow. No? He took the plow and he started to plow, they started to plow the land. The plowing of the land, my friends, the plow was stuck. By plowing the land, it was stuck. And when it was stuck, they went to see who or what caused this plow to stop working. And then they find inside in Guyana we call it a goglet. You know what a goglet is? Goglet. I think only Guyana we say that. In a earthen pot, no? In an earthen kalasha. They found a little baby there. So this baby was a baby girl, and because she was found while the plowing was happening, her name became Sita. The word Sit means the plow, and Sita means one who has come, who was found between the plows. Mother Sita was born. She was a gift from the earth. Who's Mother Sita?
जनकात्मजाय विद्महे भूमिपुत्री च धीमहि तन्नो सीता प्रचोदयात्.
From the earth she came, and the earth she will go back to at the end of time. As you know, she grew up to be a very respected and respectful princess. She was married to Bhagwan Ram. Adav Ram tapodiyadi gamanam hatva mriga kanchanam Vaidehi haranam jatayu madanam sugriva sambhashanam. This is the tattva of the Ramayana. She was married to Bhagwan Ram, and Vaidehi haranam, she was stolen by Ravana. Jatayu maranam, Jatayu lost his wife. Sugriva sambhashanam, Ram Bhagwan met Sugriv, became friends with him. And then what happened? The Lord built an army to fight for someone he loved. This evening, just a few chaupais. There's a beautiful function here afterwards. So today, we're going to sing a few chaupais about the determination of Mata Sita. This comes from Ayodhya Kand, and it is the part of Ayodhya Kand when Ram Bhagwan was going to Banbas. Ram Bhagwan was going to Banbas. Sita heard that her Lord is going to the forest. And what happened?
समाचार ते ही समय सुनी,
she heard in the news.
सिया उठी अकुलाई, जाई सा सुपद कमल जुगल, बंदी बैठी सिरुनाई. उसी समय श्री राम जिन चंद्र जी ने वन गमन का समाचार सुनकर सीता जी व्याकुल हो उठी और सास ने निकट जाकर उनके दोनों चरण कमलों के बंधन कर सिर नीचे करके बैठे गई. She ran to her in-laws. She approached her mother-in-law and did obeisance to her feet, Mata Sita. And then what happened? She started to speak. राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम
जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
ओ चलन चाहत बन जीवन नाथू, चलन चाहत बन जीवन नातू, कहीं सुकृति सन होई ही साधु। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम
जय जय राम।
ओ कीर्तनु प्राण की केवल प्राणा, कीर्तनु प्राण की केवल प्राणा, विधि कर तबु कछु जाई न जाना। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम
सिया राम जय जय राम।
ओ चारु चरण नख लेकत धरणी, चारु चरण नख लेकत धरणी, नूपुर मुखर मधुर कवि बरणी। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम
जय जय राम।
ओ मनहु प्रेम बस बिनती करही, हम ही सिया पद जनि परिहरही। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। सीता माता उन खबर को सुनकर, after she heard the news, she went to her in-law, her mother-in-law. The daughter-in-law, that in that time, those days, it was the reverse. The daughter-in-law used to be very close to the mother-in-law. That was the closest friend they had. They used to get along so well. Mata Sita, still today as well, daughter-in-laws get along with their mother-in-laws. There's nothing wrong with that. But in those times, Mata Sita, she was so close to Ma Kaushalya. She was so close to Ma Kaushalya. You know, when a daughter leaves the home of their mother, things have changed a lot these days because of many reasons. I'm not commenting on that. But long ago, a daughter used to live in the mother's home. They never lived anywhere else. And when it was time for them to get married, and they were married, they left the mother's home, and then they went with their husband now to live in their home. That is how it was, and it was something very, very beautiful. It still happens today. And it's a beautiful thing because, you know, when you leave your parents' home and now you're going to live with your husband, whether he has a home or it is his parents' home, it's different, right? You're experiencing a different life, as opposed to if you're there living already and you now get married, then what is there to expect? You've been doing that all the time. When Mata Sita left the home of her parents and she came to the home of Raja Dashrath and Ma Kaushalya, she became so close to Ma Kaushalya. She left a mother. Now she needs another mother. That relationship is a very special relationship between a daughter-in-law and a mother-in-law. It is no longer daughter-in-law and mother-in-law. It is a daughter and a mother, right? The mother always say, the mother of the Dulaha always say that now, you know, I had a son, but now I have also gained a daughter in my family. She ran to Mother Kaushalya. Chalana chahat bana jeevana natu kehi sukriti sab hoi natu. She said, प्राणनाथ बन जाना चाहते हैं, दुखे किस पुण्य को उनका साथ होगा. The Lord of my life will go to the forest. How can I accompany him? Nah? And so she started to speak and start to ask, how would I go? And so as she scratched the ground with her toenails and her anklets produced a sound, Nupurna. Charu charan nakilekati dharani. A young bride goes to the home of her husband now, shy, Ma Sita. So shy, so innocent. She scratches the ground with her toenails, and as she's doing that, her anklets are making sound. Mata Kaushilya goes to her, Sita ji, अपनी सुंदर आंखों से आंसू आ रही है. उनके यहाँ दश देकर श्री राम जी की माता कौशल्या जी ने कहा कि हे तात, सुनो सीता, अत्यंत सुकुमारी है तथा सास ससुर और परिवार के सभी लोगों को प्यारी है. Seeing her, Mata Kaushilya went and says, my daughter, you're so extremely delicate. You're so extremely delicate. And now she's going to say or dissuade her from going, to the forest. You're very gentle, you're very tender, you're a princess. What would you do in the forest? And so she continued to say these things and to call Mother Sita a very tender woman. Women generally are considered very tender or very gentle people. I don't know why they call men gentlemen, and women are supposed to be more gentle than them, right? They call men gentlemen. I don't know what is gentle about us, or we're supposed to be gentlemen, right? But historically, traditionally, women were always looked as gentle, but not underestimated. Mata Sita, she continued to listen to the words of Mother Kaushilya. Mother Kaushilya says, host of wild elephants, lions, demons, and other evil creatures haunt the wood. Can a precious life-giving herb flourish, my son, in a poisoned wood? Sita should not go with you to the forest. She should not go to the forest. Who has to go to the forest? The wife of an ascetic must go to the forest, not Sita. She's gentle. If she remain at home, the mother continued, कौशल्या जी ने कहा था कि यदि सीता घर रहा जाए तो मुझे बहुत सहारा हो जाए. शील और स्नेह रूपी अमृत से सनी हुई माता कौशल्या की प्रिय वाणी सुनकर, if she remains at home, she will be the support of my life. When Raghunath Bhagwan heard the speech of his mother, in the nectar of grace and affection, he turns to Sita. And when Sita heard these soft words and winning words of her mother and her husband Ram Bhagwan starts to say now that Vyal Karal Bigah Ban Ghora Nisachar Nikat Nari Nar Chora. He now starts to play with the mind of Sita. He wants to leave her home, and he had good intentions. So what did he say? In the woods, my beloved, there are terrible serpents and fierce birds, multitude of demons who would kidnap you. He was right about that. While you, my wife, you are timorous by nature. And so what happened when Sita Ma heard this? Sita Ma is now going to respond. What do you think will happen? I think you all have heard this katha already. The husband was sentenced to go to the forest. He was sentenced, not his wife, not his brother, no one else. He was sentenced to go to the forest. In the English tradition, when they get married, they say in health and in sickness and all these kinds of things, I will be there with you. Mother Sita has told us, my friends, this teaching has come from our Sanatan Dharma. Prananath Karunayatan Sundar Sukhan Sujan Tum bin Raghukul Kumad Binu Surpur Narak Saman Matu Pita Bhagini Priya Bhai प्रिय परिवारु सुहृत समुदाय सासु ससुर गुर सजन सुहाई सुत संदर सुशील सुखदाई जह लघी नाथ नेह अरुणाते प्रिय बिनुति यही तरनी ते गाते तन धनु धाम धरणी पुर राजू पति विहीन सब शोक समाजू श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओ श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम
जय जय राम
हरे भोग रोग सम भूषण भारो जातना सरिस संसारो प्राणनाथ तुम बिनु जग माही मोह महु सुखद कछु नाही श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम. Mother Sita, Bhagwan Shri Ram, she spoke to Bhagwan Ram and she said, Hey Pranapati, Hey Pranapati. What does that mean? Let me ask you a question. A lot of husband and wives are here today. What do you call your husband at home or in public? Hey, Are, Oi? When we want to get their attention, right? When the ladies want to get their attention. I don't know, I'm making assumptions. But here's what Sita Mata called her husband. He Pranapati, He Daya Sagar, O Lord of my life. Huh? No honey, no beautiful. O Lord of my life. He Pranapati, He Daya Sagar, O ocean of compassion. These are the words of the Divine Mother. He Sukho ko dene wale, O handsome and bounteous and wise one. Oh, handsome. Bhagwan Ram was handsome, right? Before marriage, शादी से पहले क्या क्या हो रहा है भाई? शादी से पहले, before marriage, what happens? A boy calls a girl, hey beautiful, right? A boy calls a girl beautiful and all the other names that go with that. When they go to a restaurant, a boy takes out the chair, puts the girl to sit down, pays her bill. Before marriage, when they go to the car, he opens the door, make sure she sits down, close the door. All that before marriage. When they drop her off home, he opens the door, take her to the door, knock, goes back into the home. All this happened before marriage. Nice things happen before the marriage. Nice, lots of nice things. Shadi ke baad, after marriage, what happens? You go to the restaurant, the girl has to sit down herself. Go to the restaurant, the girl probably have to pay the bill. Huh? You get to the car, the girl have to open her own door, if there is one for her. To get into the house, the girl better open the door too. And do you say, oh beautiful to your wife after you're married? Hey beautiful? I don't know. I'm asking. Please don't answer me though, because you might get into trouble, right? Shadi se pehle, before marriage, all the beautiful things happen. And after marriage, all the beautiful things are lost. Ma Sita gives us a beautiful example here. She is married to her Lord, and she says, Hey Pranapati, Hey Daya Sagar, Hey Sundar, Hey Skoko Dene Wala, O Lord of my life, O abode of compassion, handsome, bounteous, and wise one. You who are the house of the Raghu, as the moon to the lily, my Lord, heaven without you will be as obnoxious as hell. Mother Sita is saying, heaven without you, my Lord, will be as obnoxious without hell. I can't be separated from you. And there are lots of verses here. You know what she said? My Lord, you are asking me to stay home and to comfort your parents. When my father and my mother give me in Kanyadan. Anybody know what Kanyadan is? Anybody know what Kanyadan is? Kanyadan is when a mother and a father blesses their daughter. They take their daughter and they don't give away their daughter. Please know that. No parents can give away their daughter. But the mother and the father holds the shoulder of the daughter. Panditji reads Kanyadan, long, very long sankalpa. And the girl and the boy, their hands are put together. There is a flower door, supari and so on inside. Sometimes a shanka. Panditji's Kanyadan, and they give the pride of their life. They give the pride of their life. Kanya means, Kanya has a lot of meanings, but they give the pride, the responsibilities of themselves, they give as a blessing to another person. The Kanyadan ceremony is the highlight of a wedding. Is the highlight of a wedding. The parents stand behind their daughter and they reflect and they say, we have given birth to you, we have educated you, we have given you dharma, we have given you traditions, we have given you education, everything. Now we bless you to go and begin your life with all these things. Very warming and very, very moving part of the ceremony, right? Mata Sita says, when my parents give me as Kanyadan to you, Ram, they give me to you. I was not married to your mother. I was not married to your father. I was not married to your wealth. I was not married to your kingdom. And I was certainly not married to your palace that you're asking me to stay in. I was married to you, Ram, and with you I will stay. You're telling me about comforts? Bandevi Bardev Udara Karahi Sasu Sasur Samsara. The gods and the goddesses of the forests will grace me as their daughter. Dashrath and Kaushilya will lose me as a daughter today, but the gods and the goddesses of the forest will be my new parents, and I will be their daughter. You're telling me about hardships. You have told me, my Lord, of the many hardships of the forest. He Nath, आपने बन के अनेक दुख भय विषाद और संताप कहे, परंतु हे कृपा निधान वे सब मिलकर भी स्वामी के वियोग के लवलेश के बराबर भी नहीं हो सकते. You have told me about hardships, my Lord, its perils and woes and all that, but O fountain of grace, O Ram, all these put together, all these hardships put together will not be comparable to the pain of separation from my husband. Mata Sita says, it is a pain for her to be separated from her husband. Is that a pain today? Husband and wife need a break sometime. That's what happened. They run away from each other, right? Mata Sita says, it will be a pain to be separated from you even for a moment. And what happened? She, of course, she stood up because she is the mother of the earth. Many people think that women are weak. Many people think that women are fearful of life and challenges. But we know that that is very, very not true. Women are God's most powerful creation on this planet. हमारे बहन, हमारे माता, हमारे, all our daughters, our sisters, our mothers, they are the most powerful form of creation on this planet. Mother Sita demonstrated that, and she went with her Lord to the forest. Bhagwan Ram went to the forest. You all know what happened. He was exiled and he spent 14 years. Well, Mother Sita was stolen from him. Mother Sita lived in Lanka under Lankesh, under Ravana. Lord went, fought the battle, defeated Ravan, came back to Ayodhya. And when he came back to Ayodhya, there was one dhobiwala. Anybody know what a dhobiwala is? I think you know. A washerman. A washerman there, and he was gossiping. I'm sure you know what gossiping is. Man and woman are living comfortably in their home. They're very happy. They have children. They're doing their things or whatever they're doing. But somebody sees they're happy and they cannot stand that they're happy. So they start to gossip about them. And you know, just like water runs through the cracks, and even the cracks bear the pressure sometimes or give up through pressure, the gossip got through the ears of many. No matter what you say, that you know must listen to people. Gossips destroy people's lives. Gossips are bad. A lot of us who have no work to do, a lot of people who have no work to do, and nothing important to do in life, they gossip. And what do they gossip about? They gossip not about themselves because those who gossip, they have no faults, you know. They're devtas. But they gossip about people's life as though people have no value. One day there will be a cure for many diseases on this earth. But whenever there is a cure for gossip, then is when Bhagwan will walk on this earth. When gossip is not anymore on this earth, Bhagwan will walk. The dhobiwala gossips. And what was he gossiping? Oh, did you hear? When Sita was in Lanka, Ram was not with her, so she's impure. Anyway, everybody talks about an impure woman. Nobody talks about an impure man. Man cannot be impure, right? Anyways, that's a sarcastic comment. You're supposed to laugh. Look at her. She was living with Ravana. She is impure. I question her purity. And they gossip and they gossip. And Ram Bhagwan was a leader. Ram Bhagwan was a leader. He was attached to his family, his wife, but he was a leader. And one day the dhobiwala made it public that Ram, your wife is impure. You know, Sita Ma is not impure. She was never impure. It was her shadow that was actually the Chaya Sita that was in Lanka. You all know the story. At some point in the exile, Mother Sita went into the fire, and of course her shadow came out, and that is what Ravan had captured. And when they questioned her, you know what the Lord had to do? The Lord was a leader, he was a king, he was a lord of the people. He asked Sita once again to go to the forest, go back to the forest. Mother Sita at that time was pregnant. Ram Bhagwan was exiled one time in his life, my friends. But Ma Sita was exiled twice in her life. She was pregnant with the twins, Lav and Kush. Lakshmana took her to the ashram of Valmiki Ji. And it was there that Valmiki Ji learned about the life of Bhagwan Ram. The boys were born, Lav and Kush. Beautiful story, Lav and Kush Kand. And one day, of course, Ram Bhagwan had what we call an Ashwamedha Yagya. Let go of the horse. The horse was captured by the Lav and Kush. Bharat went to fight. Lakshman went to fight them. Nobody could have defeated them. Hanumanji went to fight them. Couldn't defeat the boys. Of course, he didn't put on his mighty arm. And when they took the boys back to Ayodhya, they sang, Ram just, tell me who's your father. Tell me who's your father. And then they start to sing the praise of Ram. Hamare Pita Ram hai, hamare Mata Janki Putri Sita, Janak Putri Sita Ma hai. And when Ram Bhagwan heard that these boys are the son of Sita, and he embraced them. Mother Sita at that point in time, she realized that her time on this planet was over. And you know what happened? From the earth she came. From the earth she came. And the earth opened
and Ma Sita went back deep into the earth. This is the power and the beauty and the purity Mata Sita carried in her life. To summarize tonight, before we stand for Aarti, Ma Sita, she lived on this earth, she lived on this planet, among many people who were not dignified, but not for a single day, not for a single moment did she give up her dignity. Not for a single moment did she give up her dignity. Look at what Ravan threw upon her. You know, every year we have Navratri, 8 days of Navratri, and then we have Ram Navami. So much we read about Ram Bhagwan. Then we have 5 days for Hanumanji, 7 days for Krishna Bhagwan. Navratri again, Shivaji, how many days we worship him. When Sita Jayanti comes, 1 evening we give to her. Next year that will change a little bit, because we have to do a little bit more for Ma Sita. We have to do a few nights of Katha, because she has her story, her life is so beautiful that we must dedicate a little bit more for her. Not for a moment did she give up her dignity and her chastity. Look at what Ravan threw at her feet. Ravan says, Sita, I will make Mandodari, my head queen, your slave. If you agree to marry me, I will make all my queens your slave. But the mother never even looked at the demon in his face. This is the dignity and the chaste that she had. May all of you, women and men, this is not about a woman alone, but all of us need to live a life of dignity. All of us need to live a life of pride, and all of us need to live a life that is committed. May Mata Sita bless all of you, and on this day as we celebrate Janki Navami or Sita Jayanti, may she influence you. These messages should not be forgotten. As you leave tonight, we are leaving with the strength of Mother Sita. I know how much we bathe Mother Durga and Adi Shakti and all that, but please don't consider silence to be weakness. Silence is never weakness. Sita Ma has never fought a battle in the battlefield, but she won the greatest battle fought on this earth, and that is the battle of dignity against lust. She won that battle. Bole Janakpuri Sita Mata ki Jai. Anybody came late? They have prasad to offer?
सीता के राम, राधा के श्याम, मीरा के गिरधर नागर, सूर के घनश्याम. सीता के राम, राधा के श्याम, मीरा के गिरधर नागर, सूर के घनश्याम. सीता के राम, राधा के श्याम. हो महलों का सुख चोर सिया में राम का साथ निभाया. लक्ष्मी ने घर रूप सिया का जग का पाप मिटाया. महलों का सुख चोर सिया ने राम का साथ निभाया. लक्ष्मी ने घर रूप सिया का जग का पाप मिटाया. बना दिया इस धरती को राम भक्त का नाम. सीता के राम, राधा के श्याम, मीरा के गिरधर नागर, सूर के घनश्याम. सीता के राम, राधा के श्याम. सीताराम 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 सीताराम. ओ सीताराम 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 सीताराम. Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Bolo Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Oh Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. May all our daughters, may all our mothers, and may all the wives, may you carry yourself with dignity and grace, like Ma Sita did. And may all the boys, all the gentlemen, may you carry yourself with respect and dignity, as Bhagwan Ram did as well. Bole Sitaram Bhagavan ki. We will end our service today. And I want to remind all of you to please come out and celebrate Women's Day with us, Mother's Day dinner, May 7th, next week Sunday at the temple. Tickets are available. Priya can give to you before you leave. Let us all come out, $30 a ticket, and including food and little entertainment and some good times at the temple. All right, stand everybody for Aarti. Yaani kani cha papani janamantar kritani cha tani sarvani nashyantu pradakshinam pade pade. ललित ललित त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव श्री राम राम रघुनंदन राम राम श्री राम राम भरताग्रज राम राम श्री राम राम रनकर कश राम राम श्री राम राम शरणं भव राम राम जनकात्मजाय विद्महे भूमिपुत्री च धीमहि तन्नो सीता प्रचोदयात् गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। बोले गणपति भगवान की, पवन सुत हनुमान की, जगदम्बिका माता की, लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की, राधा कृष्ण भगवान की। बोले सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की, जनकपुरी सीता माता की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की। सबको ये जय जय सीताराम। जय सिया राम। Please take Aarti and Prasad will be given at the door. Everybody is invited to go down for bhojan. The Indian community, हमारे भारतीय लोग, tonight they have all night they have a program here. So tonight they have prepared bhojan for everybody. They have jagaran. So please go downstairs and enjoy some bhojan. I'll be joining you as well. And if you desire of staying for the jagaran tonight, or a little bit, whatever it is, it's very lively. You can stick around and enjoy the music and the energy as well. Thank you. I'm planning to stay as late as I can, but if there's coffee, I'll stay. If there's no coffee, I can't stay. All right, I'll see you later.